Thank you so much for coming to our 2019 information session. I really appreciate you are taking time to come here today. I'm so pleased to be here with you all today and have such great opportunity to introduce our first speaker, Dr. Frank Schwartz, the president of the Showa Boston. Please welcome Dr. Schwartz for his opening remarks.
Thank you. Hattori Sensei has been teaching the Japanese language here in the Boston area for many years. First with the Japan Society of Boston and subsequently with our own program here at Showa Boston. So when she asked me to say a few words, of course I was very pleased to come. Now, I myself moved to Japan in my 20s and lived there for a little more than 3 years. When I went over, I had never been to the country before. I spoke a little Japanese, but not very well. I didn't really know that much, but when you have a chance to live abroad, it's not just a matter of, eating different foods and making some new friends. It's a chance to learn a whole new way of living, a different way of seeing the world. It's often really a life-changing experience, and I don't mean that as an exaggeration. In my own life, I've held 4 jobs. 3 of them have been Japan-related. So, I can say from my own personal experience that gaining this perspective from living overseas has a major effect, not just on your personal life, but even on your career, perhaps, if that's what you're interested in. Now, regardless of anyone's politics, it's just a fact that we live in a world that's increasingly interconnected, and you don't do yourself any favor by depriving yourself of international experiences. Despite that, I read just this morning that fewer than 2% of American college students have a study abroad experience, and that's after growing in recent years, fewer than 2%. And as some of you may have read yourselves, not Japanese language programs, all foreign language programs are under pressure throughout the United States. Many have been cut. The number of Americans who study foreign languages is actually declining. It's not increasing, it is dropping. So that's why a program like this, the Cultural Exchange Initiative, is so very welcome. Obviously, I will leave it to Hattori Sensei herself to explain the program, but here it's an opportunity to get some language training, to have cultural experiences in some of the major cities of Japan, and also an opportunity to live with locals in a part of Japan that few foreigners would ever see. So I will stop there, but again, I just want to say for myself that we're all really very grateful for the generosity of Hattori Sensei and her family, whose foundation created this exchange initiative. And I hope if any of you have interest that you'll pursue it, whether through this opportunity or some other. Thank you.
So I forgot to explain, but we have some viewers from internet online, so I just wanted to mention about this. So, what is CEI, Culture Exchange Initiative? It is a non-profit charitable organization, and our mission is advance intercultural understanding between people in Japan and in the United States through our language enrichment program. We provide non-Japanese speaker to study Japanese language in Japan. And also, we provide some cultural exchange opportunities for non-Japanese speaker to live in Japan. Living in Japan is first step for you to experience some unknown culture. And I'm not asking you to live there for 1 year or not even 1 month. Probably just only for 2 or 3 weeks to see if you like it there, or you may not like it, but at least you get some first-hand experience. And we also provide affordable scholarships. And one of my very strong initiative is Mino Boston Exchange Program. What is this? Actually, Mino is my hometown. It is a small, tiny rural city. When I grew up, population was 35,000, but has been shrinking to right now 25,000 people. So as you can see what's going on there. People who live there at least study English schools for maybe 6 or 8 years, but they do not have so many opportunities to interact with non-Japanese speakers. US, here you say we are melting pot of culture, is that right? So many people living, so many different background people living here. But in Japan, most likely homogeneous. Everybody speaks Japanese. Everybody lives in Japanese tradition, which is great. But I think, if you are young and all your horizon is over there, you should at least know what is going on outside of your own comfortable domain. So if you go there, actually you can personally interact with these children or people who are living there to just only present yourself. That's also one of very important culture exchange. You don't really have to do anything special. Even there and talk with them, eat food, and just doing the same activity, going to shopping, or just doing some playing tennis or baseball game. You can start having some conversation. So that is something really I wanted to give that opportunity to my hometown people. That's why I started this program actually 2 years ago. 2 years ago I was thinking, and I talked with my childhood friends who still living there. As you can see, 25,000 people. Basically everybody knows everyone. Is that right? So it is easy to talk with them, and I just presented my idea. So the city, education board, school systems, and basically everybody wanted to do something to create and participate in this program. That's how Mino Boston Exchange Program started. And it is jointly organized the Cultural Exchange Initiative, the Mino Boston Club, and Mino City in Japan. So we just want to show what we did in the last year. But before that, I just want to make sure all of you know where Mino is located. Mino is over there, city of Mino. This is Nagoya. I think fourth largest city in Japan. Population is about 3 million, as big as Chicago. And Toyota factory is located around here. So it is not small city, but Mino city itself is really rural. It's nothing really special about it. And what we did 2018, actually we have one of participated in 2018 program here, Grace-san. We send two people. One is English as a second language teacher from Showa, Boston, and one is Grace-san. And she is right now studying at UMass Boston. What we did is, last year, we stayed in Mino City 17 days. And as you can see, we had a professional English teacher, so we visited all types of schools, from kindergarten, junior high, and high school, and some other small places. And actually what we did at kindergarten, we sang together, we danced, we ate lunch together, and spoke maybe in English and in Japanese a little bit. And high school, what we did was, we coached English speech contestants, because she and the teacher collected their manuscript, also trained them how to speak English more like, native sound. And also evening, 5 nights, we provided community English conversation class. That was overwhelmingly successful events. And one English cooking class. And meeting with city officials and education board members. And actually, they stayed at home, not all the time. They stayed with 5 different homes. So they ate family dinner and went to some places in the weekend and looking at local towns and local museums, and did some excursion experience. And they did a lot of just like small things, but having a lot of fun. And also they went to Shirakawa-go, one of the World Heritage Sites. And let's see. let's talk about what we are going to do this year. This program is very new, so we offer every year slightly different programs. So, and we try to understand what works good to everyone and what makes sense to everyone. So, basically, this year we have 1 week intensive Japanese study. You are going to stay in a local Japanese language school, living in dormitory with other foreigners. So very intense. Class starts at 9 o'clock and ends at 5 o'clock. But not only studying, weekend we go to some places like a day trip to Kyoto, day trip to Toyota factory, and probably day trip to Inuyama Castle or miso paste making factory, and some experience some other cultural thing. And also, second week, we'll move to my hometown. And hopefully, we are going to stay with some local family members and interact with high school or junior high school students. So in this way, I'm not asking you to teach English, but also probably you can exchange. You teach a little bit English, and at the same time, you can learn Japanese. Actually, you can practice how to speak Japanese with real situation. So that's a plan. So this is day by day schedule so far. August 21, we want you to meet with us in Tokyo. And then we move to Okazaki. Okazaki is not so far from Mino and Nagoya, and this is a city where our local partners language school is located. And before going there, you have to take online Japanese language proficiency test, which is not like a normal Japanese language, but in order for school to understand where your language level is, and they don't want to put different level of people into one class, so you have to take some very small test online. And then Friday, Toyota factory trip, and also miso paste manufacturing. And Saturday, school is off, so most likely Inuyama Castle trip. And Sunday, free day, so you can go to Nagoya, or you can even, going to Okazaki City, which has a beautiful castle. And then Monday, Japanese class. And Tuesday, Kyoto City day trip. And Japanese class again, Japanese class again. Friday, Okazaki City historical area. You are going to go there to see some cultural significance of Okazaki City. And Saturday, you say goodbye to Okazaki City to go to my hometown, Mino City. And Sunday, you are going to go some Mino City visit. And also same time, my counterpart, Mino Boston Club, will have English cafe. English cafe is one way of having a casual conversation class, And also you may have some experience working with high school students. That is Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, Shirakawa Go trip. This is World Heritage Site. And Wednesday, you have to go back to Tokyo. And from there, you can go back to the US, or if you want to, you can go to somewhere else too. Basically, what I'm asking is you can have 2 weeks of commitment with us, and before or after the quiz program, you can choose your own schedule. Because, like for example, last year, Grace-san was planning to study in one of Japanese university in Tokyo. So after this course, she participated in Soka University in Tokyo for 1 semester. So you can make your own travel plan. So sounds really nice, isn't it, right? So then you may wonder, how much do you have to pay to participate in this program? So we will sponsor ground portation from Tokyo to Okazaki City, Okazaki City to Mino, Mino City to Tokyo, and accommodation, basically staying in language school dormitory and staying in Mino City, and tuition, which you are going to study in our local language school partner. It's basically 12 Japanese classes, and some weekend excursion trips, Inuyama Castle, Kyoto, day trip, Toyota Factory, Shirakawa Go, and some other cultural experiences. But we do not pay meals, so you may have to pay your own meal. But our local language school partner provides very reasonable lunch box and dinner. It's something like $4 or $5 per lunch box, so shouldn't be so bad. And each dormitory has your own room and also has a communal kitchen and microwave. So if you want to make coffee or if you want to make cup noodle, you can also do that. So, and also if you are going out with local host, obviously they try to impress you, so I'm sure you'll get a lot of treatments too. Is that right, Grace-san? So this is about our information. So I would like to have any questions, and also if you want to ask some question about how Grace-san felt about last year's experience, feel free to raise a hand or whatever you may have. Thank you so much for taking your time, and I will appreciate it, and we'll be in touch. So all of you are interested in going there, or you just came here only to get information?
Interested. Highly severely interested.
Okay.
Passionately interested.
Then you should apply. At least you should apply, and then I can follow up. If I don't know your information, how could I possibly follow up? So would you know how to register that, right? Just go to website to click apply. Okay. So thank you so much.